Hey, I'm Jessica Roocroft, registered dietitian, and in this video, I'm going to talk about what most people get wrong about IBS diarrhea. I don't know about you, but at my lowest time, I felt like I was throwing spaghetti at a wall when it came to trying to explain my random diarrhea flare-ups. I felt like I did everything right. I was the queen of low FODMAP. I watched my salads, and still I would end up with these awful diarrhea flare-ups. So this video, if that sounds like you, might be right up your alley. Okay, what most people get wrong about IBS diarrhea is that it is not all about the food. Did you know there are 5 things that can make up your gut-brain connection that can play an even bigger role than just food in your painful bloating diarrhea flare-ups? So let's go through these 5. 1, the brain. Obviously, gut-brain connection. In patients with IBS, even if the gut sends the right message, and sometimes it doesn't, the brain can misinterpret these messages, resulting from eating normal healthy foods like onion, garlic, beans. It can misinterpret these signals as bad or dangerous, and this can set off IBS symptoms called the stress symptom cycle. 2, the nerves surrounding your guts. So this is called your enteric nervous system, or your ENS, also known as the second brain. In IBS-D, the enteric nervous system functions of governing speed, secretions, and pain signaling are disrupted. In IBS-D, this leads to pain, abdominal pain obviously, and food and waste moving through the GI tract way too fast. And when food and waste move through the GI tract way too fast, there is far less time for excess water to be reabsorbed. What do we get? Loose poos, because they're full of water. Diarrhea. Number 3, the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve acts as the main communication pathway, aka the highway, between the gut and the brain, coordinating digestion and stress response. It's a two-way street. There's a right and a left branch of your vagus nerve. A vagal misfire anywhere along here might cause mild nausea or butterflies before, say, your big presentation for anybody. But in IBS, occasional or daily nerve misfires can result in these unpleasant tummy sensations during flare ups, after eating regular food, or even without eating anything at all. Number 4, the gut microbiome. This is such a buzzword, and it is very, very important. It is one part of the gut brain interaction. In IBS-D, we have a higher instances of these um, undesirable gut bacteria, aka we have an increased risk of dysbiosis in our guts. So gut dysbiosis and IBS diarrhea alters motility. That's how fast or slow our gut moves. In our case, too fast. Secretion, intestinal barrier integrity. You've heard the term leaky gut. When things can make it through the tight, what are supposed to be tight junctions that keep our gut cells super tight together, when they are too open, that this can increase inflammation due to undesirable substances leaking their way around it. And this can activate our immune system and disrupt gut brain signaling. And IBS in particular, IBS diarrhea, is linked with reduced beneficial bacteria like bifidobacteria or lactobacillus bacteria, increased pro-inflammatory bacteria like E. coli, K12, Klebsiella, Desulfo vibrio, and overall reduced gut microbial diversity, which isn't a good thing. We want to have a nice, diverse gut microbiome with things in balance. But an estimated 50% of people with IBS-D have SIBO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And there's also something called intestinal sulfide overproduction. But not everyone with IBS-D has small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, though most people with IBS-D have some disturbances in their gut microbiome. So the gut microbiome is important, but it's one part of the gut-brain interaction. When we're stressed, your gut microbiome responds not in a favorable way. So the gut, the brain, the vagus nerve, the gut microbiome, they all communicate. Number 5, hormones such as serotonin. Yes, serotonin is generally thought of as the happy feel-good chemical. But in IBS-D, reduced function of the serotonin reuptake transporter, or SERT, say that 5 times fast, causes excess serotonin in the gut. And you're like, oh, excess serotonin, extra happy. Not really. When there's excess serotonin in the gut, This overstimulates certain receptors and leads to increased gut motility, gut speed. So, again, diarrhea because things are moving through the gut too fast, not enough water is being reabsorbed. This can also lead to changes in pain and gut brain axis with potential for mood changes. So it's really important. So those are the 5 things of the gut brain interaction. So the main point of this very quick YouTube video is in my years of lived and clinical experience with IBS-D, and according to science that I just highlighted, therapies that don't target the gut brain axis and just throw dietary restriction after dietary restriction at IBS diarrhea, IBS in general too, completely ignores the central drivers that we just reviewed of motility, so that's gut speed, sensitivity, or what you sense, and symptom perception, so hypervigilance, anxiety about symptoms, etc. And as you can see, that ignoring the central drivers of the gut brain axis and how it can play a huge role in IBS diarrhea, ignoring these are just silly. If you are interested in looking beyond food for your IBS diarrhea, and ideally you like to end up eating your beloved healthy foods again, like garlic beans and salads, you might want to book a free call with me. This is available for residents of BC, Ontario, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, the territories in Canada. If you do not live in any of these provinces, you can still check out my website, jessnourishes.com, and download a free IBS diarrhea guide. Or I also have a self-paced IBS diarrhea self-study program as well. I hope you found this presentation helpful, and please feel free to comment below if you did. And I'm looking forward to chatting with some of you. All right. Have a great day.